just driving back to the hill after I pick up an Indian takeaway for Old B and my daughter, because I am going out to Janelle's party, and Old B and my daughter don't eat Filipino food so much. Not really with Old B, no, he won't eat that. So, but I don't been fuss about it. I'll just, whoever invites me in the village, that's why you can see the respect that they have for me, even if we're lying on the mats just eating root crops, and that's a party for them. I don't mind. I do share my own contribution if they invited me over. So this is the traffic situation going up the hill, so I'll be getting you a little bit of coverage later for Janelle's party if the lights will allow it. Fortunately, the rain has stopped for his party, so it's not so bad. It's not, we're not gonna be going around there in mud, because like walking there towards their house is not so cemented yet, so you have to walk through the earth, and during the rain it's really muddy like this morning. But hoping that we'll have a nice party tonight. So we are now on Janelle's house. Everyone has already left when I arrived. There's about over 100 people that attended their birthday party. But it's very dark, so it's not good coverage. September 17, and we have a very horrible weather here in Cebu, Philippines. It's been raining since last night and until now. So I don't expect much from the work done. I don't even expect Julito and Junelle be working, but if they do, they can always render the walls under the mango tree. But see, it's been like this, raining, just keep on drizzling, not just tiny drizzle but strong since last night. So it's very wet everywhere here in the Philippines, Cebu, Philippines. Surprisingly, Julito's working today despite that being so drunk last night. So he's continuing his rendering on the back of my old storeroom. So I want it all protected. And also, I had Jirel here continuing to render the other side. So it's just render today. On this one on the front. So he's doing the paneling, and it will be all around to the curb. So this is like a good backup work because it doesn't require a lot of sunlight, and it's covered since there's tigula on top of the wall, so their work is covered with a roofing, so it will not be washed out by the rain. So Willie is absent. He's now doing the cooking in Takoy's party tonight. No, stick ticket is different from Sahara. Sahara is the one is a powder, like a detergent powder, and I mix it during the mixing in the cement, you know. And when I was building my castle floor and even here, I mix the Sahara with the mix, one bag of Sahara, because it's like a sachet, and one mix in the mixer. So what I'm doing with the stick kit is just additional waterproofing that I will paint over the walls for outside walls only, not inside. When after rendering and it's got a curing period, then I'll paint the stick kit mixture, one cement, one stick kit, and to like a membrane on the walls after it's rendered. So Sahara is different because someone's asking if it's the same as Sahara. No, Sahara is a mixture that I add on the cement mixture to prevent for the flooring, so make it waterproof. But that stick kit mixture is just additional for walls. It's been a rainy days for 2 days now here in Cebu, Philippines. Yesterday I had my workers working on the rendering or finishing, as we call it here in the Philippines. And today I only have Jerel and Julito working for me because Willie and Janelle is absent. Willie is doing a cooking job. So I just take the opportunity now to do my grocery shopping. There's nothing much for me to film. You know how boring is rendering. And they can render under the mango tree, my walls there that I'm showing you. So I'm now going to SNR to get my groceries, and at the same time I'll be talking some things. Like I had a few messages that they want some questions. They want Old B to share his experiences here in living in the Philippines. You gotta remember, Old B, he's now living here for 17 years, and he could also they want him to share his experiences. What are the businesses? There's another thing that they want to ask, what can he recommend that a foreigner can do business wise here. Now other stuff as well, but I have to tell you, I need to nag him to make sure that he make videos about it. So continuing on, I gotta have to ask him and nag him that he will make videos about sharing his experiences here, and what can you advise for foreigners to be able to live here peacefully. Because I know for living here for 17 years, there's a lot of things that he can share with you as a foreigner, and also the how to avoid the clashing with Filipinos, because he have done it before when we used to live in a subdivision. And now we are now happily living up the hill, not in a subdivision, and we have avoid all those conflict with the locals, but the locals around our place are the best locals that we can ask, because if you're living in somewhere in the city, it also different kinds of locals. I mean, different mentalities, not different kinds like they're aliens, but different mentality. And so I will be nagging him to do that. So you will expect he guys own segments in my videos about it. Now you can see it's non-stop rain here in Cebu, and this has been like this since yesterday. Oh, it's so wet and muddy and not good for my construction work. But since they want to work, you gotta have to work with me during the rain. Although they do have their own shade there, shielding themselves from the rain, and do the rendering. I got a lot of rendering to do. Even the fence on my road that needs to be rendered as well. So I gotta have to go this way because I'm going to SNR, and I'm gonna stop by my bank just to be sure to get some banking stuff to do. I'm on my way now to another branch of BDO, because the one in Manila that I usually bank is there's a long queue, so I check on the ATM. They haven't fixed that ATM for a week now. No cash that you can withdraw out. So hopefully I could draw it out here on the branch here on AS Fortuna, because there is an ATM in SNR, but 9 out of 10 usually they run out of cash as well. So when I go there and there's nothing there, then I'm what you call buggered. So here I'm gonna have to park and be going on the thing. I managed to sort my cash withdrawal here in this branch, so I gotta have to go via AS Fortuna now to go to SNR. So I think you know that there is the J Center here on this road. So the traffic's not so bad, only the slow drivers. Look, there's like a big gap and they slow down so much. I'm stuck here in the traffic of AS Fortuna, and look at the side cables there. It's really unsightly, and that's what you see here in the Philippines, because most of it are actually not just electric cables, also like the telephone wires, the fibers. And when there's a lot of like curling on the side, it's usually the fibers. That's the one that they put in together with the electric poles. And in short, look, it's really untidy, and it goes all the way down. And in fact, this is the area of PLDT, and those are their cables that's running through servicing all the buildings and the houses. And you know, I don't know when are they gonna impose about like putting the cables on underground, but I don't think it will happen in my lifetime, because they have been used to put it on aerial. That's why it's all plugged in there together, the aerials for electric, TV, telephone, internet. So look at the other one as well up ahead. Oh, sorry. There. It's all clumped in together in the cables. And here, like in the front of the hotel, look at that. They're fixing it, but there seems to be putting more cables. It's really unsightly, to be honest. We don't like it, but we got no choice, but because that's what they're used to making. And driving through, you can see some of the wires are sagging. Although in certain places they have already put up a taller posts. But look, even pedestrian can reach those wires now. It's now almost hanging to the ground. So that's quite dangerous, to be honest. So you're walking there, and then there's one wire hanging down to the ground, and it's wet. You might get electrocuted. And when it cross over to service the other side, look, it just crossed over there. And they still have those old poles like that. So I think it's you can see this mostly all around the city, because there's so many people has to be connected with electric, telephones, and cable TVs, and they're all there congregating in one post that's pulling the post down. It's not even changed to those big ones like we had in Talamban. So you can see on the left side, that's J Center Mall. And as a foreigner here in Cebu or even in Bohol, you come here and process your immigration papers inside the J Center Mall, because that's where the office of the immigration is located. And that's what J Center is known for, is they got the NBI office there, a satellite office for the NBI, the J Center, of course, the mall. It's a mall, so you can expect cinemas, restaurants, supermarkets, and shops. But the most popular there is the Bureau of Immigration, because the original place where the office of the immigration here is located in a very narrow road, and you will be struggling to get parking, and it's quite dangerous. Not really dangerous, but there's a lot of shanties around, and there's a lot of urban dwellers around it. Now that they transferred the immigration over here in J Center, it's more favorable, and a lot of foreigners finding it easy to process their documentations around here inside the J Center Mall, instead of that old immigration office used to be. And going back to the cable situation, you can see they're up on the right side. Up on the right side, they are still hanging. Some are just hanging down to the ground. They need more improvement here, I admit. But this is our situation here in the Philippines. We have not anticipated all the influx of progress that it should have been buried before, but it's more for the convenience of fixing the electrics and the connection. That's why it's all out in the open. But right now that everything is becoming so congested, and it becomes an eyesore. And the thing is, the dangerous thing, if we have super typhoons that like happened when I was younger, that Nitang, that we have like for a week here in Cebu City, we don't have electric because some of the electric wires are pulled out. So traffic, it is indeed here in Mandaue AS Fortuna Street. This is still part of the AS Fortuna Street, and I'm gonna turn to the right on this one, and that's 5 Aces Car Display Center, where there's a lot of used cars, but they are very dear. I haven't featured them, but the woman that's in charge there is like not very accommodating. So anyway, they got a reputation of being so overpriced, so that's why I just don't take interest anymore. Might find something else that's good for the pricing. So this one here is the back roads from the highway, and you can can see the highway is where the San Miguel Corporation is. The big beer building there. And so from this one here, this is Giso, Mandaue City. I will be turning left, and that will take me passing through Park Mall, and that will take me to the North Reclamation Area Highway. So there's some apartments for rent on that side. Usually this area here is really clogged up during school runs. I mean, right now there's no school, so there's a container passing through, but the traffic is still okay. Here in Mandaue, like, it is on the plate number, coding on the plate number. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday is odd. So today is supposed to be the even, because today is Thursday. But you can see other cars there are riding on their odd number cars. Up ahead is Mandaue Bay, and that's the Panasonic Service Center on the right. We are now in Tipolo, Mandaue. As we turn left, this is the area called Tipolo, Mandaue City. There's a lot of urban dwellers around here, as you have noticed on the left side and on the right side. There's a lot here on the back of this establishment on the front. So there's Nippon scaffoldings there that you can rent or buy out, and the Gold Town quality tools. I'll come back there later on. But I'm also struggling to do some of the pricing videos, because I have also to protect myself from all this coronavirus. I don't have to keep on going out, only when it's necessary. So this is now Park Mall. You're looking at the left side or right side. You can see there the Park Mall, and on the left side there, that building is called the Bay Hotel. So up ahead, that's the 21 building vicinity of Mandaue Bay. So that's Park Mall still there. And this is now the North Reclamation Area Road. There is 2 hospitals on this one, Changhua Hospital and the University of Cebu Medical School or Medical Hospital. See a lot of businesses. That one's closed now. Used to be trucks in there. Then there's on the left side, that's the Toyota South. I gotta have to go there because they are inviting me to feature the new Hilux. What happened now is the establishment, especially the cars, are the one calling me to feature their cars. Although there are other bloggers that go there and film their cars, like the ones in Ford. But what's the funny thing is these bloggers most of them are insisting on special treatment, like, oh, we want to take the car out, we want to do this, we're gonna have we're coming there today, we want you to prepare the car. I mean, and when they look at the subscription of this pompous bloggers are 7,000, 10,000 subscription. I mean, when I go there, I'll say, can I talk to the manager? Who can I talk to? I want to film your product. I want to promote it in my channel for free. Like, I don't want to have special treatment. And then they will assign me a salesman to assist me and explain about their product, and that's what happened. But and last time in Ford, I was just gobsmacked that there's two bloggers borrowing the test drive vehicles. Like, we want to use it today, and so they have to cancel all the other customers that scheduled to test drive those vehicles. And for they think that the bloggers are quite big on the way they act and all that. And when they check out their channels, it's like 7,000 subscribers and 10,000 subscribers. And when I go there, I said, they are, one of them, the manager knows me, so said, starts laughing, and there's two pompous bloggers here that insisting on taking the test drive vehicles. So there's quite a few here today, even though if it has a storm in Cebu. Not in Cebu. We have this effect, but it's not hitting us here. It's hitting another island. So I parked here so I could walk on the pavement, save from the rain. There's a lot of local dogs around here. So I am now in SNR. I would like to show Old B. These are the boxes. That's quite tough. I mean, I could tell. And the capacity is 15 gallon, 56 liter each, and they can be stuck like that. So it might be helpful for his filtration system. So that's about buy one take one at $9.99. I'm here inside the produce, and grapes, seedless grapes is buy one take one. They also got the chicken and buy one take one. So I'm now choosing maybe the buy one take one, and the other one is rotten. Or let me to guess. Oh, that one's better because I like eating them, watching TV. What else is buy one take one here? Oh, lettuce iceberg. It's just too many. It's also buy one take one. So the small one is 97 per kilo. This is 98 per kilo. I just have the small one. I like them with eggs. Let me get some cabbage for Japanese salad. This one's better. 58.95 per kilo. Well, I think it's all the same. Alugbati? It just grows in the side of the road. 79.95 per kilo. Done shopping in SNR, so I'm now going out here. I'm passing through City, Subang Dako, Mandaue. This is the line that where you see a lot of offices here for logistics. So you can see it as Barangay Subang Dako. This is also where the area of Japan Trade Center. Japan Trade Center will be seen on the left. You can see them there across Jollibee. I've noticed it's not so traffic here lately. I don't know, it's early to say, but I'm gonna go up the overpass now of Subang Dako. Gonna have to sort all the registration of multi-cab and the old banger because it is now required to be registered now that we are on MGCQ. There was a break a while ago since last March. So their cables here are not so congested like the ones in the city. The ones in J Center, they have sorted it properly here. So this is the Subang Dako market, and on my way now I'm gonna go pass by AS Fortuna Road. No, Hernan Cortez rather. So from here you can go straight on, follow the Hernan Cortez Road, and if you want to turn left, that will be going to the Cebu Business Park. You'll be going to Mabolo, Panagdait, Mabolo, and then Cebu Business Park. But if you go straight on this road, it will take you to Hernan Cortez, then the crossing of AS Fortuna. It's either I gotta go straight of the Hernan Cortez, then it will take me to Kabangkalan. There must be a traffic officer on the front because there's a lot of chance that you can cross, but nobody's crossing. So there you can see the latest prices of diesel is 37 pesos and 50 cents. The unleaded is 50 pesos and 71. They call it super over here. That's what I'm still reading. And the premium is 51.72 per liter. I know a lot of you was saying that in America it's more cheaper, but unfortunate for us here, it's more expensive. So this is now the Hernan Cortez, H. Cortez Road. It's only a 2-lane, but there's a lot of establishment around this area. And the big problem will be the parking, of course. You can also find in this road the Mandaue foam, and the Kawasaki showroom. So see, left, right, they're all establishment, boutiques, and also urban dwellers, as you can see right there in the middle of it. So they have cleared up this one. They used to have a lot of urban dwellers there. God, you got stuck in the middle causes the traffic. that side, but this one here is flowing so well, so I might just go straight on to Kabangkalan. So you can see up ahead, that's Mandaue Foam, and beside here is some hardwares, Granite Industrial Corporation, Kawasaki Motors is on the left, Kawasaki showroom, but they are like the distributor, so they can't even give you the price. So like what I did with that Kawasaki video before, I like 4 or 5 showrooms. So Mandaue Foam got loads of people in there shopping for furnitures. You know what, like since people are staying at home, they're busy looking at their houses, so they're thinking of renovations. And like the garden people says, they have a lot of sales this quarantine, because a lot of people are staying in their house, so they're gardening, they're making improvements in their houses. So as usual, that one is always on sale. The outdoor furniture, the Furniture City, they're always on sale that you don't know what to believe on it anymore. See what I mean? They got loads of merchants there, trade shops like vulcanizing and battery charging, car door repair shops, TV repair shops, and pest control. You got, what's this there? They're selling tools, drills and stuff like that. And there's a lot of factory around here as well in Hernan Cortez. What is this? Power tool for sale, but it's already for lease, so it's not effective. That business is like Accent Wood. That's the big factory that's in here. Making furnitures, and across it, look, it's the Lion Tiger, the makers of mosquito coils and that kind of food, gelatines. Going on. So there's the Lion Tiger factory is here, makers of mosquito coils. Now you can imagine that in between spaces, this thing, One Trading Corporation, that's where you sell your old metals. Oh, look at the cables on that one. That's dangerous. It's already reaching down there. And not just one or two, a lot of them is reaching down there. My OMG. So the sea oil, it's not a popular petrol, because they're like a mix with water thing. Some got a reputation like the same with the other one in Pitos, that some of the motorbikes won't turn on when you put the petrol on sea oil, or that, and the other one in Pitos, the, I don't know what's the name of that, but it's the same company. So this is Hernan Cortez, where you find little city hotels, motels like Jade Court, and on this side, what's the name of that hotel? Leland's Hotel. So I'm just going straight on the extension of Hernan Cortez. This is still there. Hernan Cortez. At the end of this one will be the Kabangkalan Road. I'm still in Mandaue City, and around this area there's a lot of factories and trade shops. Look, Unilocks and warehouses. There you go. They got some all this warehousing here. You got the different kinds of product that they sell. You got the plywoods, and there's the Durham. They don't have any cars for the moment, and there's a big apartment complex here. Welcome to Barangay Kabangkalan. So this area of the Hernan Cortez is now part of Barangay Kabangkalan, but you can see that it is more of urban dwellers around here. They have been cleared off there. That's why you guys see a lot of these bikers, because they live within among those communities in there. So the 0643, that's a big apartment complex. There's over 100 units there. Like small rooms for employees and factory workers and teachers, because that's the Kabangkalan Elementary School. And there's some bread and breakfast thing there, Korean run. Now this is the Kabangkalan Road. Now we're gonna go Pagos. So that's the Mandaue North Central there. So this is now Kabangkalan, where you see Ison Surplus. That's the cheapest surplus I find here in Mandaue City. That's where I bought my Aras bucket cabbie. This is now the end of Kabangkalan Road. I'll be joining on to Talamban Road now. So both you turn to the left, you turn to the right, it's all Talamban. So I am now on Talamban Road, my usual way that I show you when I go down the city. That's our familiar Plaza Alicia. While driving up, I was caught by Takoy's birthday party. Again, I'm attending another birthday party. I attended yesterday, and I attended another one again today. This is for about Takoy and his grandchild birthday together. They're celebrating it at 1.